I'm just making sure my weight's at the bottom. I'm just ticking along. So my bait is actually suspending about 6 inches over the bottom. Which is about where I see these fish cruising. They're about 6 to 12 inches from the bottom. Yeah. Oh, this is a nice one. Come on, swim up on the bank like the rest of your friends. Oh, this guy's about 4 pounds. Bigger than I thought. You can see this hog lock hook. It penetrates once, but then it rolls back around. Right back around. Female.
Hey, I'm Larry the Lizard.
Looks like she
and
spawned out
I'm here to show you
a
a
little
little
bit
bit
ago.
about some of the baits that I make. This is the 7-inch Pro-Tour Rattlin Worm. This thing is really different. It's made of 100% American floating soft plastic. It's got a 4mm glass rattle chamber in the tail. It's got a specially designed flange or hinge that allows it to whip back and forth. I'm going to be drop shotting this baby, and we're going to annihilate some fish today. These fish have just moved up. They're on beds. There's a lot of fish in transition going back and forth, and you're going to see what this thing really does, and it's way different than anything else out there. And here we go. We're going to do a little drop shotting right now.
Oh, wow, that one hit like a ton of bricks. Oh my goodness. Oh man, that is a strong fish. Oh, nice fish. That's got to be at least a 4. Whoa, whoa. Oh man, that might even be bigger than 4. I got pretty. Wow, that fish is so strong. Oh man, that is a good fish. Oh, that's a good. Oh boy, that's a good 6 pounder at least. Can't horse him because I got fluorocarbon and it's not all that. Probably about 10-pound fluorocarbon, so I can't horse this fish. Oh, that's a nice one. These fish are so strong. Oh, look how, that is a toad. That is a toad. Barely hooked too. Nice one.
I'm going to use slack line. I got some fluorocarbon on here. It's about 10-pound fluorocarbon. The only reason I've got 10-pound on is because there's some pretty good sized fish in here. I'm also using my hog lock hook. It rolls in the fish's mouth. It's a really unique special design. It's a crossbreed. And what it does is it hooks in the fish's mouth like a traditional hook, but it'll roll back around and hook a second time. And I'm not worried about letting this fish jump or giving him slack line because that hog lock I already know is rolled in his mouth and set the hook twice. The only bad thing is sometimes it's real hard to get these hooks in.
That little guy didn't even let it fall to the bottom. He thinks he's big. Oh, actually it's not too bad. It's about a 2.5, 3. Boy, that's almost a 3-pounder. I thought it was smaller than that. And these fish are just incredibly strong here. Well, yeah, just about 2 pounds. Looked a little bigger. God. Oh my goodness. And it's just been crazy. I mean, I've already caught I don't know how many fish, probably 30 fish already, and I've only been here about half an hour. Oh, this is a decent one. Whoa.
Another key thing I look for on these spawning flats is when you got a clear glass surface like this, I look for little bubbles, because especially when the bass are spawning, you'll see little bubbles come up. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of scan around, and if I see little bubbles trickling up in the same spot over and over again, I know that's a bass. And then I'll target that spot. I'll cast maybe 10 yards past that spot, slowly drag the bait right in there, and then tick it and pause, tick it and pause. With this hook, I'm just not afraid of these fish jumping. I mean, it just rolls right in there, sets the hook twice. I got 3 followers right here, which you probably can't see because the water is a little bit murky. But look at this. This is what makes this hook so different. It comes in, it hooks like a regular hook, but then it folds back in and makes a secondary lock. That fish cannot throw this hook. There's nothing else out there like this, okay? Nothing. Hog Lock by Larry the Lizard. It's important to vary your techniques because the bite every single day is going to change. You know, sometimes every 15 minutes the bite will change just slightly, a little bit. And they seem to want it going, moving, but then, you know, some of the fish we've been catching are just on the pause, so we're trying to narrow down exactly what they want. We're doing pretty good, but I think we could do just a little bit better. And that's why I'm going to vary up this presentation just a little bit. And it's real important when you're using slack line to keep an eye on your line, because a lot of times your line's just going to shoot out, go right, go left, or maybe it just keeps getting slack because you're swimming right at you. Boy, that was a good hit. Oh boy, something different. This is the kind of fish you like to see in the tournament, I'll tell you that much. Now, this hook rolled and set the hook twice, just like I'm talking about. Once in, once coming back out. how I'm rigging these is I got a drop shot. It's about what, 8 inches, I guess, 10 inches, 8 inches. Okay, so I'm going to drive it straight through the nose. I'm going to rotate it out. I'm going to bring it up, and twist it around, and I want the bait sitting flat like this, so I'm just going to take my hook and drive it through the ribs. I'm not putting it in the center of the bait, I'm just driving it through the ribs. That way, when that fish hits, that hook is just going to bang, be right in that fish's mouth. The rattle, it's still got that flanger hinge and it's whipping back and forth, so those fish are going to home in right exactly where your hook is at. So it's perfect design. And the way these things swim is so natural. This is the best of a trick worm, a power worm, and a curly tail worm, and a Cinco all in one bait. Plus, it adds the rattle system that gives them the vibration to home in on. So you really got the best of everything with this bait. I'm just going to gently swim it. Oh, I guess that's the ticket. Oh, either that or he thinks he's big. He's running right at me. These fish are so strong, I can't horse them in with this line or it'll snap. As you can see before, I was trying to horse that other fish. But these fish are just incredibly strong. Oh boy, he got that deep too. Oh boy. See, like right here, there's bubbles coming up. So I know there's a fish right there. So I'm going to reel in real fast, cast past those bubbles, and bring it right over the top of the net. There it is, rolling again. Not the biggest one, but it goes to show you. So these fish really seem to want the bait moving, but yet stopping. So it looks like just a gentle drag and a pause with slack line. That way they don't feel you. You don't feel them either until you just feel something different. But they're really wanting that bait to go da-da-da, stop, da-da-da, stop right now is what they're telling me. Came right up and grabbed it. Wow. I think he's trying to get rid of a hook. But as you can see, I'm slack lining it. Now I'll tick it a little bit. And they do want the bait moving. So I'm just going to tick it and drag it a little bit and pause. Tick it, drag it a little bit and pause. And you really don't even feel them. It's just something different. It's either no weight or a little bit heavy pressure. They're not just coming up and killing it, they're just inhaling it and swimming right with the bait. So a lot of times it's hard to tell. You even have a fish that just feels a tiny bit different.